We have a pretty interesting question here which deals again with the resolution of vectors. As we can notice here, it talks about the equilibrium position again. So since there are three forces listed here, we will have to consider all the three forces and check the condition for equilibrium position. Again, as mentioned, a body is said to be in equilibrium if the net force acting on it is equal to 0. So if we consider the force that is acting to the left and label that as F, this force can be resolved into two components, one along the horizontal axis and the other along the vertical axis. Let us make an assumption that the force is making an angle theta with the horizontal, indicating that the horizontal component would be listed as F cos theta, and the vertical component would then be F sin theta. Let us now look at the other vector, the other force which is acting to the right. This also can be resolved into its components, one along the x-axis and the other along the y-axis. Now if I label this again as F, the angle that it makes with the horizontal would be theta. I would have F cos theta along the horizontal axis and F sin theta along the vertical axis. Now we need to observe that the two horizontal components of the forces, they are equal to each other and opposite, and hence they can be striked off. They would cancel out with each other. The net force now that we have would be in the vertical direction, and that would be 2F sin theta. This would be 2F sin theta. As given in the diagram, we also notice that there is yet another force acting in the downward direction, which is in fact the weight of the bird itself. Now for the body to be in equilibrium, needless to mention, the value of 2F sin theta should be equal to W. Now unfortunately, that is not one of the options provided. Now this is where we further explore the value of 2F sin theta vis-a-vis the value of 2F. The value of theta here, we notice, is certainly less than 90, indicating that the value of 2F would certainly be greater than 2F sin theta. Now this is because since theta is less than 90 degrees, the value of sin theta will be less than 1. So you multiply 2F with any number less than 1, its overall value will now reduce. So we have 2F greater than 2F sin theta. 2F sin theta here, we have just equated that to W, indicating that 2F would be greater than W. Therefore, the right option here would be option A.